Hey, what's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you my review of this past Friday's episode of Z Nation on Syfy, which was episode 7 of season 4 called Warren's Wedding. And I was glad to be able to get to Z Nation a little bit earlier this week. Or so there only being a night afterwards, so it's good timing for me. Sometimes I get a little bit too delayed with things. But Z Nation, it's definitely one of the things I'm enjoying most right now. And I know, there are still fans continuing to complain that the tone of the show is too serious right now. The storylines are, being too self-serious, I suppose. But I still don't have a problem with it. And this whole episode is just, wacky. It was silly. They're trapped by this group full of, clowns with dysfunctional family issues. So it's still not that far off from that style that some people look for with Z Nation. And I thought last week's episode was great. I mean, the whole season's been very good. It's impressed me, honestly. I've said it before, but last week's episode, spoilers in the title, and I'm guessing you've seen episode 6 if you're watching review episode 7 right now. So last week's episode was surprising, with Lucy's death. Again, great acting from Keith Allen. And last week's episode, I think I rated a 9.2, but I think just with how good that performance was from Keith Allen, and that sort of how he had to portray that, I think deserves at least between a 9.3, 9.5 out of 10, I suppose. At least a little bit better than 9.2, I think. And this week's episode I still thought was pretty good. It wasn't quite as main story driven as that kind of character death can be. And you could argue it was kind of a filler, but I still thought it was a useful episode because you have Murphy, who is just in a really bad state of mind now, after losing Lucy, of course. And I like how all that was done. And he just snaps. He walks down the road by himself just to take out his grief on lone Z. And this is exactly what I was eager to see out of Murphy this season earlier on, is just to have him to return some kind of more capable badass, and that he is. Of course, still being a little bit off at times, which of course comes with the Murphy territory. And I just think Murphy's development's been really nice this season. Acknowledging what kind of jackass he was until he really got to know Lucy. And him and Warren do really share a nice kind of bond, and some people have been asking for a romance between the two. And if you asked me a season or two ago, would have felt no, there's a weird respect to him, but I don't think we'll ever go that far. And Charles Garnett, meanwhile, died in the middle of season 1, so he still had to have a little more time there, I think. Then you had the whole Vasquez thing kind of going on. But now I think if Warren and Murphy actually do, hook up or form some kind of greater bond between them, I think it would actually feel organic, because you can really see the depth of emotion that they actually hold for each other. Not just a mutual respect. I think there's a better bond there that hasn't really been spoken. So I would be a fan of it. But the best part of the episode is definitely Murphy's spiral, downward. Even though he didn't really fall too far down, because he actually learned from what Lucy taught him when he was zapping the clown at the end. Reminding both him and his mother, just what each other should mean to themselves, or what they should mean to each other, I should say. So I thought that was all pretty good. The Murphy action I like. Still waiting on Addy, but Warren is not willing to head to NuMerica after all. Saying she doesn't want to keep sending them to wherever this vision's leading her until she really knows for sure what it is finally. So they're going to NuMerica. So maybe within the next episode or two we'll meet up with Addy again. It's still weird how we haven't seen Addy at all, since a good amount of episodes ago. Maybe it would have been even better if they had Addy on her own. They've been cutting between what's going on here and her own journey on her own. I don't know. I don't know if it's a scheduling thing, or if they actually want to keep Addy out of the season this much until whenever. I'm not sure. I think we'll be seeing her again, hopefully within a couple episodes, right? But yeah, I like this one. I'm giving it at least a 9 out of 10. The whole clown, threat wasn't that great. Although I did like, I did like the one that came after Doc upstairs, and he moved out of the way, and then he just, jumped out the window and everything. But Murphy, and what he was going through definitely made the episode. So I'm giving it at least like a 9 out of 10. I think I have to. So 9.1 actually. So let me know what you guys thought about this episode of Z Nation. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.